Hey guys, welcome to the newsletter for July the 16th. The market continues to chop here and go into back and forth pattern as money rotates out of semiconductors and into the broader market, which is stronger for the overall market, but it puts us as, a question which way we're going to go here. We're going to keep going or not. We have earnings season already starting now, so that will determine which way we go. But it's very hard to pick stocks right now because of, again, market action and sector rotation. And, we're, again, pushing all-time highs here. But I do have three stocks that you should consider now. And the first one, we're going to go back to Monster Beverage Company. I've traded this thing several times. It's been a good trade. It's been a good stock. Just a trade or an investment for a long time. Again, lower left, upper right, so it's got a good chart. That's a one-year chart, Monster Beverage. You can see here on earnings the last time we had it moved down on earnings, and then the time before last, this last time we had a huge gap up on earnings, ironically about the same amount in both cases. So we do have earnings coming up out here. Be aware of that. We do also have a 2-for-1 stock split there. You see that 2.1 right there. That stock split, let me see if I can highlight that, is on August the 11th. It's coming up. But I like the stock. So the stock, solid chart. Of course, it's a beverage company. We all know Monster Beverage. Profit margin, or excuse me, 3-year earnings growth rate is 21.4%. Pretty nice. Profit margin, 23.0%. Very, very strong, right? Zero debt to equity. I like to have at least 3 good reasons to buy a stock, and this is obviously checks all the boxes there. And RSI of about 66, so good momentum, good trend, good company rotation out of semiconductors and some of the high tech, into some of these other names. So this is a good one to consider. All right, our number 2 is also a beverage company. This is kind of ironic, but this is what the market tells us, right? So Vita Coco, you may or may not be familiar with this. It's coconut water drink company, and of course, if you've ever had any of that, you know it's good stuff. We like it. It's been a great chart. I've been in and out of this stock again for the last several years, up and away. Same thing here. This was last quarter earnings, giant gap up. We do have another one here. It did sell off with the overall market. It's coming back. You see these moving averages here. That's the 20 and the 50. We crossed back above them. That should kind of give us some open sky to come back up higher, and hopefully back up into some of these other higher numbers here. Earnings are confirmed out here for July 23rd. So again, keep that in mind. You may want to buy it before, you may want to wait till after. Of course, if it does what it did last quarter, it's maybe from a lot higher price point. So keep that in mind. And of course, remind me, ask me in the trading room. We try to figure out a way we can have a capped risk kind of strategy with a lot of upside. That's the whole point of doing this, right? The third one, I'm going to switch gears and kind of go all the way back into the financials, right? It appears now we had CPI yesterday on Tuesday, and then PPI on Wednesday, and it appears now we're not going to get a rate hike, right? That's what was kind of hampering the market overall. So I'm going to go back to the financials and go all the way back to our old buddy Wells Fargo. And so down here, they already reported on the 14th, that was yesterday before the open. Let me hover back over that. So, estimate was $1.72. They came in at $2 beat with an earnings beat here. And you can see it's up a little bit. This would be more, I'm thinking about this more from a covered call or a collar kind of standpoint. And let's go over here to Wells Fargo, and you can see they have a 2.06% dividend. Now it will go ex-dividend again on 8/8 because it's quarterly, right? So 5/8 plus 3 should be around 8/8 is the ex-dividend date, and that's about 45 cents. Again, about 2% dividend. Pretty nice for a stock that's growing, right? So I like this. I think this is pretty stable. I like a lot of the financials right now, actually, but I wanted to mention this Wells Fargo as well. So again, excuse me, we've got Monster Beverage, in no particular order. We've got Vita Coco. Again, if you haven't looked at this, check this out. It's been a great one, and I think it will continue. Again, great, fantastic. Profit margins. I didn't give you the numbers on Vita Coco. 3-year earnings growth rate on Vita Coco, 178%. Again, if you have had this, you know you like it. It's good, and you know it is a giant. It's a giant seller. Again, 3 years earnings growth, 178%, profit margin of about a little over 12%, 12.3%, 4.5% debt to equity. Sorry, I didn't give that initially, but and an RSI of about 37. So that's our number 2, and then number 3 would be our Wells Fargo as a kind of a covered call. Maybe put it in portfolio and forget about it, collect some dividends kind of play. And so that is 3 stocks to consider right now. Let me know if you have any questions on any of these or any other stocks. I'll be glad to cover them for you if you would like. Join me in the main room in the Options Income Mastery, and I'll be glad to help you there. I'm also in the main room at Simpler Trading 3 days a week as well. And I'm in the Options Income Mastery every day, 5 days a week. So anyway, let me know if I can help. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks for the time, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you at the next update. Thanks. Take care.